You probably have a jar of honey tucked away in your kitchen right now. Maybe you stir it into tea, spread it on warm toast, or drizzle it over yogurt, believing you're making a healthy choice. And in many ways, you are. Honey is often praised as one of the most natural, wholesome sweeteners available. But here's what most people don't realize. Even this golden nectar can work against your health when paired with the wrong foods. Yes, honey is packed with enzymes, antioxidants, and antimicrobial compounds. It's been called liquid gold for good reason. Raw honey can soothe sore throats, boost immune function, support digestion, and provide quick, stable energy thanks to its natural sugars. It even has trace minerals like iron and zinc and doesn't require much digestion, making it easy on your body. And remarkably, honey never spoils. Archaeologists have unearthed pots of 3,000-year-old honey from Egyptian tombs that are still perfectly edible. But despite all these remarkable benefits, honey is not a cure-all. When combined with certain foods, it can lose its healing properties, or worse, trigger subtle but harmful reactions in your body. These combinations can increase inflammation, slow digestion, interfere with nutrient absorption, and even contribute to long-term issues such as brain fog, fatigue, or digestive distress. That's why it's not just important to know whether to use honey, but how and with what you pair it. In today's video, we'll expose 3 surprising foods you should never mix with honey, including one you probably consume every morning, and reveal 3 powerful food allies that, when combined with honey, can dramatically enhance your health. So stay with us till the end. But before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from today? Leave a comment below with your city or country. I always enjoy seeing where everyone's watching from. It creates a sense of connection, no matter how far apart we may be. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wellness tips like these. You really don't want to miss what's coming next. Number 1. Honey and soy products, soy milk, tofu, etc. At first glance, honey and soy may seem like a health-forward combination. After all, soy is a popular plant-based protein, and honey is a natural energy booster. But when these two are consumed together, they can quietly sabotage your digestion and nutritional uptake. Here's what happens on a biochemical level. Honey contains natural organic acids, like gluconic acid and citric acid, which are partly responsible for its slightly tangy undertone. When these acids mix with the plant-based proteins found in soy products, a chemical reaction can occur. This reaction causes a process called protein precipitation, where proteins clump together and become harder for your body to digest and absorb. Rather than being fully broken down and utilized, these protein clumps may pass through your digestive tract partially processed, depriving you of key nutrients. Even worse, this reaction can leave you feeling bloated, sluggish, or heavy, especially if your digestion is already sensitive due to age, stress, or a history of digestive issues. As we grow older, our digestive systems naturally become more delicate. The stomach may produce less acid, enzymes may decline, and the gut's ability to handle complex food combinations can weaken. In this context, the pairing of soy and honey can disrupt the body's internal balance even more, triggering symptoms like gas, bloating, or unexplained fatigue. But this issue isn't just physiological, it's energetic too. According to traditional Eastern nutrition theory, every food has a thermal nature or energy signature. Soy is classified as a cooling food. It calms the system, reduces internal heat, and soothes inflammation. Honey, on the other hand, is a warming food. It invigorates, stimulates, and increases metabolic heat. When these opposing energies are consumed together, they can create confusion in the gut's internal environment. The result, an unsettled feeling after eating, sometimes described as a heavy stomach or a kind of unexplained tiredness. You might not notice the effect right away, but over time, consistently combining these two foods can lead to subtle but chronic digestive discomfort, reduced nutrient absorption, and increased strain on your internal organs, especially the liver, pancreas, and intestines. So while honey and soy may both be beneficial on their own, together they can place more stress on your system than support it. Number 2. Honey with tannin-rich foods, a comforting combo that could be costly. There's something timeless and comforting about curling up with a warm cup of tea and a spoonful of honey. It feels nurturing, wholesome, even healing. After all, tea is known for its antioxidants, and honey is one of nature's most powerful immune-boosting sweeteners. But beneath that comforting ritual lies a hidden nutritional conflict, one that many people aren't aware of. The problem? Tannins. Tannins are naturally occurring plant compounds found in many foods and drinks, especially in black tea, green tea, red wine, and unripe fruits like persimmons. They're the reason a strong cup of tea can sometimes taste a bit bitter or leave your mouth feeling dry and puckered. On their own, tannins aren't necessarily harmful. In fact, they offer antioxidant benefits and may support heart health. But trouble starts when tannins interact with essential minerals, especially iron. Raw honey, especially when unfiltered and organic, contains trace minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium. These minerals play vital roles in everything from oxygen transport in the blood to immune function and energy metabolism. However, when tannins from tea meet iron in the digestive system, they bind together and form an insoluble compound, essentially a chemical lock that your body can't unlock. That means the iron in honey becomes useless to your body, flushed out without ever being absorbed. Now that may sound like a small loss, but for older adults, it's not. As we age, our ability to absorb iron naturally declines. Add to that any issues with digestion or dietary deficiencies, and you've got a recipe for fatigue, brain fog, and reduced stamina, even if you're eating healthy. And that's not the only problem. Honey is a delicate substance, rich in enzymes, probiotics, amino acids, and other heat-sensitive compounds. When you stir honey into boiling hot tea, something many people do without thinking, you actually destroy many of those beneficial elements. The result? You get the sweetness without the healing. Experts recommend letting your tea cool down slightly before adding honey, ideally to a temperature between 130 degrees Fahrenheit and 160 degrees Fahrenheit, to preserve its full nutritional potential. Let's also talk about how this pairing feels in the gut. Tannins can have astringent properties that tighten and irritate the stomach lining, especially in people with sensitive digestion. This effect is amplified when combined with honey, which is quickly absorbed and can stimulate digestive activity. If you've ever had strong tea with honey on an empty stomach and walked away feeling heavy, gassy, or just a bit off, that wasn't your imagination. That was your body reacting to a pairing that sounds healing, but often isn't. Number 3. Honey and onion, a folk remedy that can backfire. In recent years, you might have seen health bloggers or traditional medicine enthusiasts promoting a home remedy made from raw onions soaked in honey. It's often praised as a cure-all for colds, coughs, and even high blood pressure. And at first glance, it sounds logical. Onion is anti-inflammatory and honey is antimicrobial. Put them together, and you should get double the benefits, right? Not quite. Here's what most people don't realize. When combined, these two powerful ingredients can cause more internal stress than healing, especially for older adults or those with sensitive digestion. The issue begins with allicin and other sulfur-based compounds in onion. These compounds are what give onion its strong smell, its eye-watering power, and much of its medicinal value. However, they are also volatile, which means they easily release gases when they react with heat, stomach acids, or other bioactive substances. Now mix that with honey, a naturally acidic and enzyme-rich food, and you have a reaction that can increase fermentation in the gut. This leads to gas buildup, bloating, belching, and even stomach cramps, especially if consumed on an empty stomach or in large quantities. And that's not all. Both onions and honey contain complex enzymes and active compounds that need space to work effectively. When consumed together, these enzymes can interfere with each other. Instead of doubling the immune support, the clash between onion's sulfur compounds and honey's beneficial bacteria can actually neutralize some of their effects, leaving your body confused and your digestion overworked. There's even an emerging concern, largely noted in traditional and anecdotal medicine, about the impact on eye health. While more scientific research is needed, some people have reported eye strain, dryness, or irritation after frequent consumption of onion-honey mixtures. For older adults, whose eyes are already more vulnerable to dryness and fatigue, this is a warning worth heeding. The takeaway? Just because two ingredients are healing on their own doesn't mean they're healing together. In fact, mixing powerful foods without understanding how they interact inside your body can turn a natural remedy into a digestive burden. So if you're using onion and honey as part of your health routine, consider using them separately and listen to how your body responds. That vague sense of heaviness or discomfort after a so-called natural cure? It's not random. It's your body trying to tell you something. The 3 best food pairings with honey. Number 1. Honey and warm milk, a time-honored remedy for restful sleep. There's something timeless and deeply nurturing about the tradition of drinking warm milk before bed. It's not just an old wives' tale. It's a ritual passed down through generations, wrapped in memories of comfort, safety, and care. Maybe you remember your grandmother warming up a cup for you on chilly nights, gently encouraging you to rest. It wasn't just a drink, it was an embrace in a mug. But when you enrich that tradition by stirring in a spoonful of natural honey, you're not just enhancing the flavor. You're turning that warm cup into a natural, gentle sleep aid backed by science and rooted in ancient wisdom. Let's start with why sleep becomes more elusive as we age. Older adults often find themselves waking multiple times during the night, lying awake for hours, or struggling to fall asleep at all. And poor sleep doesn't just mean feeling tired. It has deeper consequences. It impairs memory, affects mood stability, weakens immune response, slows healing, and increases the risk of heart issues. Milk naturally contains an amino acid called tryptophan, which plays a crucial role in the body's sleep cycle. Once consumed, tryptophan is converted into serotonin, the brain's feel-good neurotransmitter. Serotonin not only enhances mood and emotional well-being, but also serves as the raw material for melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating your sleep-wake cycle. Here's the key. When you drink milk alone, the body doesn't always absorb tryptophan effectively. That's where honey becomes a game changer. Honey contains natural, easily digestible sugars that trigger a mild rise in insulin. This rise doesn't spike blood sugar levels dangerously. It simply helps facilitate the transport of tryptophan across the blood-brain barrier, allowing your brain to make full use of this sleep-promoting amino acid. In essence, honey unlocks the sleep-inducing potential of milk, allowing both ingredients to work in harmony. But this duo is more than a biological mechanism. It's also about emotional comfort. The soft warmth of the milk calms the nervous system, while the gentle sweetness of honey soothes the senses. Together, they send a powerful signal to your brain. It's time to slow down. Many people report falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up feeling more refreshed after adopting this simple bedtime habit. Some even find that it helps ease nighttime anxiety, thanks to the serotonin boost and stable blood sugar levels throughout the night. Stable glucose can prevent those early morning energy crashes that jolt you awake feeling disoriented or unsettled. To get the most out of this remedy, here are a few important tips. Use warm milk, not boiling hot. Overheating milk can denature its proteins, and more importantly, boiling temperatures can destroy the enzymes and bioactive compounds in honey. Stir in raw, unprocessed honey after the milk is warmed, ideally when it has cooled to around 130 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. This preserves its natural nutrients. Make it part of a wind-down routine. Dim the lights, shut off screens, and sip slowly. Let the act itself become a signal to your body and mind that the day is done. Because health isn't just about vitamins, minerals, or even sleep. It's also about rituals, moments of self-care, and giving yourself the space to heal, unwind, and simply be. Sometimes the most powerful remedies come not from a pharmacy, but from your own kitchen. Quiet, simple, and prepared with intention. And in that warm, honey-kissed cup of milk, you might just find the rest you've been needing. Number 2. Honey and cinnamon. Nature's dynamic duo for circulation, inflammation, and energy balance. At first glance, cinnamon and honey might sound like ingredients reserved for cozy recipes or festive treats. But in truth, these two ancient superfoods form a deeply healing combination, one that has stood the test of time across cultures and continents. When used together intentionally, they become a gentle yet powerful remedy for some of the most pressing health challenges we face with age. Poor circulation, chronic inflammation, low energy, and blood sugar imbalances. Let's begin with cinnamon, a spice with roots in Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine going back thousands of years. Far beyond its culinary appeal, cinnamon is valued for its natural warming properties. In traditional medicine, it's used to stimulate internal heat, increase blood flow, and combat the effects of cold or sluggish circulation. Modern science now backs what ancient healers long suspected. Cinnamon contains a potent compound called cinnamaldehyde, the very same ingredient responsible for its distinctive aroma. Cinnamaldehyde has been shown to relax blood vessels, improve blood flow, and support overall cardiovascular function. This is especially important as we age, because one of the lesser-known signs of aging is the gradual decline in circulation. You might notice cold hands and feet, even in warm environments, tingling, numbness, or a pins and needles sensation when sitting for long periods, slow healing from injuries or wounds. These issues often stem from reduced blood flow or inflammation in the blood vessels. Cinnamon helps by gently stimulating the cardiovascular system, encouraging warmth and movement throughout the body. Now, when you add honey, another time-honored healing agent, the benefits multiply. Honey is naturally rich in antioxidants, enzymes, and anti-inflammatory compounds. It supports immune health, soothes inflamed tissues, and even aids digestion. But when paired with cinnamon, something more remarkable happens. The two ingredients create a synergistic effect, where each enhances the other's properties. Together, honey and cinnamon work to soothe inflammation in the arteries, reducing the risk of plaque buildup, ease joint pain and stiffness, especially in the hands, knees, and hips, common complaints among older adults, support healthy blood pressure, which is vital for heart health and longevity. But their combined power doesn't stop at the circulatory system. Cinnamon has also been studied for its ability to regulate blood sugar levels, making it a valuable ally for those managing diabetes or prediabetes. When paired with honey, a natural sugar that's absorbed more gradually than refined sugar, the combination offers stable, sustained energy without the sharp spikes and crashes typical of sugary snacks. That means fewer energy dips during the day and better control over appetite and cravings. Even more promising, emerging research suggests that cinnamon may help enhance brain function, supporting memory, attention, and even mood. When fused with the antioxidant power of honey, this blend may offer gentle support for cognitive clarity, something we all become more mindful of with time. You don't need fancy equipment or a strict regimen to benefit from this blend. Here's a simple method. Mix 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon into warm water or herbal tea, never boiling hot, as it can diminish cinnamon's potency. Stir in 1 teaspoon of raw, unprocessed honey after the liquid has cooled slightly to preserve its enzymes and nutrients. Enjoy it in the morning to kickstart your circulation and balance your blood sugar. In the afternoon, as a natural pick-me-up when your energy begins to dip. What makes this pairing so special isn't just the science. It's the experience. The warmth of cinnamon awakens the senses, while the sweetness of honey provides comfort and calm. Together, they create a small daily ritual, a gentle reminder to care for your body, slow down, and honor your health. In a world that often rushes us from one task to another, a quiet cup of honey and cinnamon feels like nature's whisper. I see you. I know your body has carried you far. Let me help lighten the load. And that's the heart of true wellness. Not just avoiding illness, but actively nourishing yourself with simple, healing habits that bring balance, warmth, and well-being into your daily life. Number 3. Honey and radish, a time-tested remedy for cough relief and stronger immunity. In today's world of flashy medications and quick-fix solutions, it's easy to overlook the healing power of the simplest ingredients sitting quietly in our kitchens. One of those unsung heroes? The radish, especially the white radish or daikon, as it's known in many cultures. At first bite, radish is bold and sharp, even a bit too pungent for some palates. But don't let that intensity fool you. Within its crisp flesh lies a world of natural medicine. And when you combine it with raw honey, something almost magical happens. The pungency softens, the sweetness blooms, and together they create a soothing, immune-boosting elixir that has been used across generations to calm coughs, ease breathing, and support whole-body wellness. If you've ever experienced a cough that just wouldn't go away, a dry, hacking irritation that lingers in your chest, disrupts your sleep, and leaves your throat raw, you know how exhausting it can be. This is especially common for older adults, where even a mild cold can stretch into weeks of lingering symptoms. And while over-the-counter remedies are widely available, many come with side effects, drowsiness, digestive upset, or long ingredient lists that are difficult to trust. That's when turning to nature's gentle healers can make all the difference. Radish, particularly daikon, is naturally rich in compounds that help dissolve mucus, clear congestion, and calm inflammation in the lungs and airways. It contains raffinane and isothiocyanates, plant-based chemicals known for their antibacterial and anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds work by thinning mucus so it becomes easier to expel, soothing inflamed tissues in the respiratory tract, supporting the body's ability to fight infection at its root, rather than just masking symptoms. So instead of merely quieting a cough, radish helps clear the cause behind it. Then comes honey, not just a sweetener, but a natural antimicrobial, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory powerhouse. When consumed, honey forms a protective, soothing layer along the throat, reducing irritation and calming the cough reflex. But its benefits go deeper. It enhances the flavor and softens the heat of raw radish. It draws out juices from the radish, creating a kind of medicinal syrup rich in enzymes and nutrients. It adds its own natural immune support, helping the body defend against further infection or recurrence. The result is a time-honored home remedy that gently works with your body rather than against it. One of the most effective ways to prepare this remedy is incredibly simple and requires no special tools. 1. Take a fresh white radish daikon and slice it thinly. 2. Place the slices in a clean glass jar. 3. Pour raw, unpasteurized honey over the radish until fully covered. 4. Let the mixture sit for several hours or overnight. As it rests, the radish releases its healing juices into the honey, creating a natural syrup. You can take this syrup by the spoonful, just 1 or 2 teaspoons a day. 2. Calm a dry, tickling cough. Ease throat discomfort. Support your immune system during cold and flu season. You can also stir a spoonful into warm water to create a naturally sweet, lung-soothing tea. This combination doesn't just work on the throat. Radish is also an excellent source of vitamin C, which plays a crucial role in immune cell activity, especially the production and function of white blood cells, your body's natural defense team. Radish is also high in dietary fiber, which supports digestion and gut health, further boosting immunity from within. But perhaps most importantly, this remedy is gentle, free from chemicals, side effects, or complications. It respects your body's rhythm. It soothes without sedating. It heals without overwhelming. In a world of complicated solutions, sometimes the quietest remedies are the most profound. A spoonful of honey and radish might not seem like much, but when it helps you breathe easier, sleep deeper, and recover faster, it becomes something sacred. A soft medicine for a hard time. Today, we explored how honey isn't just a sweetener. It's a natural healer. But like all powerful tools, it works best when used wisely. We began by discussing combinations to avoid with honey, soy, tannin-rich teas, and onion, all of which can interfere with digestion or block honey's beneficial effects. Then we shifted our focus to combinations that enhance honey's healing properties. 1. Warm milk and honey, to calm the nervous system and improve sleep. 2. Cinnamon and honey, to support circulation, balance blood sugar, and fight inflammation. 3. Radish and honey, to soothe the lungs, ease coughs, and strengthen the immune system. And what's the deeper lesson here? That true wellness often comes not from dramatic changes, but from small, thoughtful choices. From knowing what we eat, how it works with our bodies, and listening to the gentle signals of our digestion, sleep, energy, and breath. So take a moment today. Pour a warm cup. Spoon out something natural. Treat your body not as a machine, but as a companion that has walked with you through so much and still has far to go. Leave a comment below. What's your favorite natural remedy that stood the test of time? And if this message helped even a little, share it with a friend, a child, a partner. Sometimes, a small tip shared at the right time can protect a life or spark a better habit. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, stay well. Eat gently, rest deeply, and remember, your body listens to how you treat it.